Black African power. What's good? What's happening? A well organized defeats against all truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee. Man, you already know what it is, man. It's God killing the house. And I come to do what I got to do, and I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm standing tall. I'm standing strong. Hey, man, y'all know what it is, man. It's Bobby banging this bitch, man. I see we got a crowd on here, man. What's up, Vince, man? What it do? What it do? What it do? Kenan Wright, what's good? Sir Gold, man. Shooter Killer Army, what it do? Man, what's going on? You Fly, Logic, Fontaine, and the goddamn building. What's good, man? What it do? What it do? Make sure y'all subscribe to that brother content right there, man. He doing what he's supposed to do, pseudo killing all day, every day. What's up, Mel? What it do? What it do? What it do? Pseudo killer, man. What's good with you, man? Space Age African. What's good with you, Anthony? What it do? What it do? What it do? You know how we doing it, man. Hey, we kicking it in high gear, man. You know how we putting that thing together, man. Magnificent, man. What it do? What it do? What it do? Man, keeping it right where we supposed to keep it, right? Doing what we supposed to do all day, every day. It's been real interesting in these YouTube streets, man. As people try to build their platforms and build their legacies, yo, with pseudoisms. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. And all the king's horses and all the king's men could not put the pseudoisms back together again. Yeah, man, once you get on that pseudo track, man, it's 100-mile train into a double talking wall. Boy, I swear that's exactly what it is, man. Man. Man, oh man, oh man. Alex P. Keaton, what it do? What it do? Pseudo Killer Army, what's good with you, man? Yeah, y'all making fun of me yesterday. Was trying to tell the pseudos, man, if you wasn't a better pseudo than me, then how in the hell you gonna trick me? Because you're not. Go back into the archives, man, and watch my greatest pseudo moments all day, every day. See, I come to the people because I've been there. Been right there on the pseudo streets, sliding, thinking I knew it, thought I had it, I got them. The whole thing, man. It's a crazy world to be in. You don't even know when you're wrong. So I understand the delusion of it all. You know, that's why I try to show some love at times and, you know, get together, man. But who really believes, man? Seems like a lot of people believe in this and believe in that. But what I want to do, I want to play this clip from yesterday when I jumped on the bomb squad. Jumped on and gave them a chilling message. Yeah, that's what I did. Look, man, it's early in the morning, man. Coffee break. It ain't really early, right? You know what I'm saying, man? I've been up since 6. Somebody say, I've been up since 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, if you've been up since 4 o'clock in the morning, find somewhere and sneak some rest in. Because you sleepwalking. You ain't woke. The human body does not wake up at 4. Now, I hit y'all with a fake scientific fact. See that? Man, what's going on, Black Panther? How you feeling this morning, man? Started off well, man. Look, man, if y'all want to... Look, I'm gonna show y'all something slick. This is slick right here. This is what y'all can do. Right? It's a regular monthly support here. Right? Because I'm definitely coming through. I'm coming through in the mornings. I'm going to come through in the mornings. Let me see, how can I get there? Let me get there for y'all real quick. Shoot. Do it like that. Look, man, y'all got to become a subscriber, not just a subscriber, man. How would the daggone thing at, man? Y'all got to join the daggone thing. It's just $4.99 a month, yo. You get that green glow, man. All right? You say that's a little bit. Yeah, damn right. Yeah, man. And there's different tiers, man. If you want to be a skeptic expert, that's $14.99. Proud skeptic, $4.99. expert skeptic, $14.99, and the big package, community skeptic, right? $24.99. Yeah. It ain't a whole lot to learn neither. Ain't a whole lot to do. Just click the daggone button and you in the game. Yeah. Man, so let's get the memberships up, man. I'm gonna be doing some content to which only y'all can get to. Yep, that's for the record. That's how I'm doing it. Man, started off with the coffee, man, with the early morning cash app, man, to get them things going, man. You know, I appreciate y'all, man. All the love, man. A little bit go a long way, man. It's just showing your support. You gotta fuck with who fuck with you. Remember that. Yep. It's the value of each one helping. A little bit. Like the ants. Ants are small, right? It sure is. But they work together, yo. End up being a lot. And that's real. All right. So yeah, man, we here doing our thing. Got some clips to play. Got some Bible to beat up on today. Because I want to talk about who really believes. Interesting. Seeing people make the shift from Christianity right back into Christianity cloaked in foolery and cloaked in pseudoisms. How does that happen? I'll say it again. Hold on 1 second. All right, hold on. We back. We black. Man, Cambino. All right. Hold on. Let me hit the joint. 1 second. Where was I at, man? He broke my concentration. Me coming in. Graduation today. Oh, tomorrow. Son, it's a proud moment. Get him up out of here, man. Get up out of here, man. Get up in there at college, man. That's how we do it around here. Get them all in school, man. They do what they need to do after that, man. Hold on. Where was I at? Train of thought broke. Oh. Talking about how people transition from Christianity right back into double foolery. I know, because we all did it, yo. Double foolery. Oh, man. Double, triple foolery. You leave, I'd rather you stay in Christianity for real. Be honest with you. I'd rather people stay in Christianity. At least you got something you can read, a book you can read, and you know what I mean? You get outside of Christianity, yo, then you all over the daggone place, man. But that's what we're gonna be talking about this morning, man. Let me start them off a little bit on some easy, man. Morning time, y'all. My body remember something where I never tell. Everything's competition, so those be wishing Bobby Banger. Put niggas on a mission, bitches in the corner, hiding and sneak dissing. Now you they do me. Now you they do me. So now you they hold me. I no feel leave, no feel go. We getting money, getting paid for the missions. Doubling down on them bitches, first taking pictures. You laugh, my legs shake. Voice deep, but it still break. From hard guy for their face. For your front, I they downgrade. Everything's competition. She does be wishing Bobby Banger. Put niggas on a mission, bitches in the corner, hiding and sneak dissing. Who they control remote? Who they press my code? Hey. Who turn hard man joke? Who they shift my road? Now you. Whoa. Hey. We getting money, yo.
getting paid for the missions. Doubling down on them bitches, first taking pictures.
And look, man, we right here, man. Right where we supposed to be, man. All right. So, the most pseudo-judo information ever, man. And I'm going to stay on these brothers and sisters, man, till they figure it out. Now, it's not like the regular pseudo. The regular pseudos, they want to kind of, they don't have no idea about science, right? But as you get more sophisticated in your misinformation, you want to bring in science. You want to try to bring in scientific articles. You want to mix and match them. But you're not willing to relinquish the results to the experts. And we see that a lot around here, where you want to use a scientific article, then usurp the results by the experts. You want to hear a lecture on an expert and then come up with your own damn conclusion. That's not actually how it works. It's like thinking you that dude on the basketball court and the expert professional come in and he wiped the floor with you, but you don't know it. He gave you 90. But because you scored a bucket, you thought you did something. The bucket really wasn't a bucket because the game was over with. You just was delusional. So there's a group of pseudos, no doubt, that think they come in the educated community using science, telling the real story, but they're really not. They're in that space where you mixing scientific concepts with pseudoisms that's wild. They're in that space where they not Christians, they not believing, they not that, but they with Madam Mavalsky, Aleister Crowley, New Age. So that's what I'm talking about. Do you really believe? Are you confused? Go from white man Christianity to white man pseudoisms, and you mix them all together and swear you banging and kicking with high grease. So this is my message to them. Got a strong message for them right here. Sitting around playing. Strong message right here.
Oh, yeah. Let's go, God Killer.
What's up, Sister Issa? How you doing? How you feeling today? Good to see you.
I'm feeling great. I hope you're feeling good, Uncle Ankh.
Yeah, I want to speak to the grand sister first. You know what I'm saying? The queen, right? I want to speak to her first. And then the two knuckleheads, God, Energy, and Ashe. Let me say this to you. Why would you make this easy for me and the team? Why would y'all do that?
Because they knew you was coming.
I ain't even talking to you. I'm saying, what do you give the... I'm going to ask you, watch this. This is a litmus test. Elder Suntan.
Yeah.
You give they all three of them. They came together like Voltron with the... What do you give their presentation? What do you think about it? If I was to give you accuracy, a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say?
I would give them an 8.
An 8. So there's y'all answer right there. Right?
8, 9.
So there y'all go.
They on point.
Y'all got y'all answer. Y'all can't make it this easy for me, man. You know I'm the old guy. Y'all gotta make it a little more hard for me, man. Look, all I can tell y'all is keep doing your thing, right? And you'll figure it out. Let me just tell y'all that. Remember this moment. I said keep doing your thing and you'll figure it out. I ain't gonna throw no shade. I ain't gonna do nothing. I gotta go live though. Gotta do that.
We already know.
What you going live about? You gotta let us know what's the topic, man.
The topic is, like you said, y'all did all y'all presentations separately. Y'all should have checked each other's stuff first, because one wrench kill a whole thing.
What's the wrench?
I'm gonna tell you when I go live.
You gotta teach now. You can't get on
They don't want to get taught by me because I don't.
Yes, we
We
do.
all need to
Yes,
get
we
taught.
do. Go ahead, put it on the floor.
Got something positive to say. Let's hear it.
I'll say this. Whatever, trash in, trash out, right? If you're starting off with a faulty premise, never acquiesce to a faulty premise and never acquiesce to bad sources, bad websites, and all that will have you getting beat half to death in these YouTube streets that we created that's paved with scientific literacy.
So you're not here to teach, you're just here to critique and lead.
Hold on, wait, man. Can I ask a question?
No, wait.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah, I was about to say other people might have something to contribute. If his answer was short and sweet, let's keep it that.
There you go. Right. Look. That's how we do it. That's how we do it around here.
I just have a quick question.
And you got Easter there. I don't want to start up with the sister here, so I'm gonna be on my best behavior. As long as y'all got her with y'all safe. That's all I'm gonna say.
Can I ask a quick question? Get it in. Peace. Just to the brother guy energy real quick. I enjoyed the presentation.
King JB halfway right. Halfway wrong sometimes. So I'm gonna get him out of here before he be all wrong. Yeah, man, I can't do it. You get to the point where I ain't trying to offer up no more advice, yo. Nope. They're gonna have to figure that shit out on their own, yo, because they're gonna mumble jumble me half to death. Halfway crooked, mix it together. I'm hating, so I don't want to be a hater. Right? I'm a participator, so I'm gonna participate in the complete nonsense. So I'm gonna do every time I think about it, I'm gonna grab a piece from the nonsense. It ain't hard. The thing they doing is so wild that it's so easy just to pick any piece, any part, any almost piece. Kind of look. You just can do anything. Look, it don't even matter. Hold on, look. Let me show y'all. It don't matter where you whirl the video to. It don't matter. It's all wild. How do I know it's all wild? Because I know what all wild is. Look, what the hell is this? What is this? Region, population, Yamasee, Seminole, flow. What is all this? What? All Max, the Bush. Is that God energy right there? What in the world is that? What? And then you got the sharper-sided, new binary what? Polymorphisms. What I got to do with that? What are we talking about? Yeah, man. Crazy. What is that? What are we saying here? That's somebody from 1960, yo. He was from Hawaii, right? Yeah, and it don't matter where you go. Look. Pictures don't match the thing. What are we doing? You don't explain that. Pseudo website, pseudo judo, mubo, juju. What is all this? Oh man. What? Proto-Davidian? They all over the map. Black people. What the hell? What is this? What are we doing? Jabervo people, forensic. Man, look. Look, the coins. Look, both of them got the coins. Coinage. Yeah, we ain't sitting there using no daggone coinage with the yeah, anywhere you go. Let me see what they saying.
And they're not shy about it, right? So with us, blackology would be that same thing. And I think we are so used to not doing things and the behaving to inspire us and to uplift our communities. I mean, again, back to it informing the lens that we filter and synthesize this data through. When I believe a Denisovan finding was made in China, they called it Dragon Man. And then they said, this is who the Chinese people are descended from. And we're going to name it Dragon Man, right? Something that's reflective of their cultural motifs and mythology. And they weren't shy about it at all, right? These were the geneticists. These were the anthropologists making a statement, planting a flag going, we have made this scientific discovery. We're going to call it Dragon Man from our culture. And we're going to proclaim that our people specifically are from this lineage. There's no shame in that. These were the anthropologists making a statement, planting a flag, going geneticists, biology. And they weren't shy about it as something that's reflective of their cultural motifs and mythology. And they weren't shy about it at all, right? These were the geneticists. These were the anthropologists making a statement, planting a flag, going, we have made this scientific discovery. We're going to call it Dragon Man from our culture. And we're going to proclaim that our people specifically are from this lineage. There's no shame in that, right? The same way that who we call Europeans, they trace their linguistic family of Indo-European, and they take pride in that Indo-European linguistic family, pointing out and highlighting all of the other linguistic families that derive from Indo-European, and going back to the Yamnaya culture, the forebearers of that Indo-European language, and they're not shy about it, right? So with us, blackology would be that same thing. And I think we are so used to not doing things, and blackology would be that shy about it, right? So with us, blackology would be that same thing. And I think we are so...
What? No, hell no. Blackology is when you make everything blackity black, black, blackity black, black, blackity black. That's blackology. It's a joke. Where anything that you see smoking is brown or close to it or look like a bush or a frizzle, right? You follow the wild motif. Can I say it that way? You follow the wild construction of racism, which is based in a simple picture, y'all. Right here. This blackology. Where you take that dude in the bottom left-hand corner and apply these features as being the black for all people that live in Africa or moved outside of Africa. You take those features as being the standard. That's a wild artist picture of one small group of African people. That's not how all African people look. The short peppercorn head, the short hair, the lips, knock it off. While a European in the middle is standing there with a three-piece suit on, dashing Prince Charming. No, that's bullshit. That's what blackology is. It's a bunch of mumble jumble. It's the painting of everything black using racism, white supremacy. That's what blackology is. When you have fell into the hole of blackology, you fell into the hole of racism, white supremacy, and you doing the exact same thing they do. You just change the words from white to black. Using a racial construct which is pseudo-scientific. That's the blackology ain't taking no pride in nothing, because if you really took pride in something, you ain't willing to lie, ladies and gentlemen. See, that's pride. See, we take pride in what we do to the point where we ain't willing to lie about it because there's so much pride in it. That ain't ours. I can't verify that through anthropology. So I take pride in giving y'all the truth. If it ain't ours, it ain't ours, man. Damn, Egyptians ain't our ancestors. Yeah, whatever that. Yeah, we split about 70,000 years. Man, shut up. If you split 70,000 years from somebody, knock it off. Western Central Africans. Yeah, they trying to reframe blackology. Now, the blackology is blackology. How I know I made it up? Boy, I tell you, boy, scam is real. Flim flam is real. Scamming. Trying to remake blackology to have to be pride. No, blackology ain't pride. It's the exact opposite of pride. We call it foolery. Huh. Yeah, leader of the pseudo.
Used to not doing things and behaving in a way that is for the greater benefit of our race and community, that we have to be slowly integrated into this world formula that other peoples use to thrive on the world stage, right? So us getting over this hurdle,
No, what other people use to thrive on the world stage is science and science literacy, ladies and gentlemen. Reconstructing a history for real. That's what people use to thrive on the world stage. In the YouTube space, the scammers come out to play. That's what happened on the YouTube stage. Social media stage, the scammers come out. That's what's going on with that. Having absolutely nothing to do with real history. That's why we got so many people fighting against science and science literacy, because they know when scientific literacy show up, it shows up with a lens. Put the binoculars on, you can see it, you can adjust it, get right up on it. The microscope. Ah, man, they scamming. Oh, let's finish hearing it.
Us getting over this shyness, us getting over this, you know what I mean? This hang up that we have, it is us acclimating to the world stage and the behaviors that most other groups are already involved in, right? So with the studies that we do, we're going to use archaeogenetics, paleogenomics, craniofacial metrics, right? The measurements of the nose and the prognatism of the jaw that the sister was talking about, right? The skull shape being dolichocephalic versus Kumba.
Yo, say all the words right, though. See? He turned into a pseudo-sophisticated, using all the words right. He's saying it, but he'll fuck them all up. See, that's the game. That's the game. I want y'all to pay attention. How to catch a pseudo? Man, listen, man. Hate to say it. Gotta say it. Gotta say it. Gotta say it, man. Listen, man. When you come on the mic and say all the words right, and get all the information wrong around the terms you just said right, it's a red flag, man. How can you pronounce every word crispy but get all the ideas wrong? And that's why we put them in a chokehold. We put them in a chokehold because absolutely, positively, we want them using science. Because when they use science, we got them because the answers are right there. It's never going to fit into their box. I say again, it's never going to fit into their box. Never. Once you start using scientific articles, we can peep right into it. We can say, easy work. We got tools around here. Let's finish here what they're saying. Here we go. You see they pseudo-schmealed at the beginning. They talking that talk.
Cephalic. All of this is going to inform our cladistics, not phrenology, right? That's associated with the eugenics racial hierarchies, right? The term, the outdated term ethnology has been adjusted, right? And this new science, or more accurate science of cladistics, is what we are engaged in when we bring up the genetics, when we bring up the craniofacial metrics, when we bring up the toolkits that they use. This is involved with cladistics.
Let's see what she's
light-skinned people, colonials to get people to understand that dark skin.
I think, and it's going to be right on time. So to give us the introduction and pop it all off and let you know a little bit deeper and further, I'll present to you my sister, Issa Queen.
Thank you. Peace, everybody. Thank y'all for coming to the Bob Scar Presents Blackology, one of many, hopefully.
Blackology. If you start your thing off with the Blackology he presents, if you start your talk off with Blackology presents, that mean they leaning into their Blackology. Yes, indeedy. They leaning on up into it. Good morning, everybody, man. We taking a little teeny peep look at the blackology, man. We looking at scams in real time, shim shams, bam bam booms. Goodness gracious, man. Here we go. Let's see if she's coherent in her blackology. You know, to be coherent in blackology means you're a dedicated pseudo. That means you're dedicated to the approach of producing wild, crazy information. That's what it means. Big up to Chuck Morgan, too, man. Yeah, they all in the Sumerian thing, man. Chuck Morgan don't play with that Sumerian thing, man. Yeah.
I appreciate all of y'all from coming through. And we wanted to do this panel for us to give clarity to how
The itch. Let me stop.
We're using the term black, because I think that there's a big misconception on what we're talking about. There's a big how we're using the term black.
All right, hold on. I need your help. There's a misconception on how they use the term black. I want everybody to focus in and see if y'all can understand how they use the term black. I don't think I never got this right from them. Everybody focus in. Let's see. Let me see. Maybe we can get this right this time. Let's see.
Appreciate all of y'all from coming through. And we wanted to do this panel for us to give clarity to how we're using the term black, because I think that there's a big misconception on what we're talking about when we're saying black and black people, and how we're also, connecting these black people to people outside of Africa. The term black, how we relate it to our studies, we are trying to get people to understand that dark skin pigmentation was humanity's ancestral condition. Before environmental adaptation, over thousands of years produced the broad spectrum of human pigmentation that we see is produced condition. Before environmental...
Huh? See, now I'm taking every single piece by piece, starting with the crumbs and building a case. What? Let me hear what she said again. See if I can catch it. I'm hearing a twinge piece pseudo. Let's see.
Was humanity's, to get people to understand that dark skin pigmentation was humanity's ancestral condition.
In the chat, is dark skin humans ancestral color? Do we actually have a way of knowing that? I know people argue for it, but do we actually have a way of knowing that dark skin? I'm not sure. I don't think that's right. I think that's a pseudo alert. I actually think that that's a pseudo alert. I actually, by George, I think she's pseudo. So if you got the oldest find in Morocco, which ain't even on the equator, that's a brown, right? 265,000 years in South Africa. We know what the Khoisan look like. Ethiopia, Olduvai Gorge, that I could see that hominid being dark. But I don't think there's no scientific evidence, because you lose your hair and you don't just boom. That's I don't think that's it. I think she's scamming. But let's get through. Let's see. Interesting. I don't think let's see. We're gonna look it up.
Before environmental adaptation, over thousands of years produced.
Before environmental adaptation produce.
To understand that dark skin pigmentation was humanity's ancestral condition. Before environmental adaptation, over thousands of years produced the broad spectrum of human pigmentation that we see, right? But at the same time, for this discussion, it's important to distinguish between Black as a modern social political construct and the ancient dark pigmentation and physical traits and as a modern social political to distinguish between time pigmentation that we see, right? But at the same time,
there you go, is that word, at the same time. I ain't no at the damn, that's a pseudo filler. I'm trying to show y'all how to get this. When you hear somebody say at the same time, what you mean at the same time? Let's see what she say after that. At the same time. Let's see what the at the same time is. Piece by piece.
For this discussion, it's important to distinguish between Black as a modern social political construct and the ancient dark pigmentation and physical traits carried by early humans. The ancient dark social political constructs and the ancient dark pigmentation and physical traits.
What? So we're gonna separate the modern. Hold on, man. Y'all gotta help me out here, yo. Let me focus in on this. Because this when I start getting confused. We're gonna separate the dark skin and then she trying to set something up here. I can smell a pseudo wind coming. She's trying to set up something to say, I ain't talking about the racial construct. I'm just talking about the black, the what? I think that's what she's doing. I think she's doing that. Let me see. Let me go back. Let's see.
Adaptation over thousands of years produced the broad spectrum of human pigmentation that we see, right? But at the same time, for this discussion, it's important to distinguish between Black as a modern social political construct and the ancient dark pigmentation and physical traits carried by early humans that we're going to be discussing today. When modern Homo sapiens migrated out of Africa into Asia, into Australia, into parts of Europe, and connecting those islands throughout prehistory, the migrations happened before modern concepts of race was even thought of. So before the colonial census categories, before science attempted to classify people, humanity was already into separate racial politics. When you hear us use the term Black, we are using it differently from.
Say what? See that? Y'all didn't catch it. I caught it. How the hell can you have racial politics before the pseudoscientific idea of racial politics? How can you have racial politics before the construction of race? How is that possible? That's not how humans separated themselves. I know I heard that right. It's the mumble jumble. Let's see. Watch this. Look. Watch. Look.
Homo sapiens migrated out of Africa into Asia, into Australia, into parts of Europe, and connecting those islands throughout prehistory. The migrations happened before modern concepts of race was even thought of. So before the colonial census categories, before science attempted to classify people, humanity was already into separate racial politics. when you hear us use the term Black, we are using it differently from the way commonly used in modern racial politics, colonial labels and things of that nature. We're talking about dark pigmentation. We're talking about bone structure. We're talking about your nose, your eyes, like certain phenotypes and characteristics that happens within the Black diaspora that you see going across regardless of pigmentation. Because if you look into America, like we can see light-skinned people with our phenotypes because it's with the diaspora. No.
All right, let me let y'all hear what an expert got to say about this. Right? Yeah. Let's hear what an expert has to say about what early people actually did. All right, let's see. So now you can pick and choose. Like to put the women up against the women. Well, actually, Nina Dabrowski is not actually up against Issa because they're not in the same game. Issa's playing the pseudo game. Bless her heart. Nina Dabrowski is playing the scientific game. Let's see.
Wild and wacky compromises that allow us to live in the extremities of the environment on the Earth's surface. Skin color has tremendous numbers of implications, tremendous for our health and social well-being. We pay attention to color. Color is important for us. We can't help but see color. That's one of the beauties of being an old world higher primate, is that we have trichromatic color vision. But the fact that we see it doesn't mean that we judge it. The bald assessment of color is completely neutral and free of any judgment. We only affix a value to color through behavior, through acculturation, through exposure to people who have views about color. I like, and this is one of the illustrations from my kids' book, I like to talk about the conditions that existed for much of the time in ancient Egypt as people lived along the extent of the Nile, from areas right on the Mediterranean here with moderate levels of UV to areas here.
So we can see just the range in skin color even on the Nile. So think about it. If they're coming out of the Green Sahara, them hands are actually in the Green Sahara, right? They range in skin color depending on what portion of the river you live on, right? It's not just the darker colors that live on the Nile, down where the bend of the river is. White Nile, blue Nile. No, you got people that live all the way up to the Mediterranean. They range in skin color. And she made a real good statement that people affix color. I'm going to find it when she get into how, I think, let me see. Hold on. When she gets into like how, let me just let this play for a minute. Hold on.
In the tip of the Red Sea, close to the tip of the Red Sea in northern Sudan, with very, very high levels of ultraviolet radiation. So along the upper and the lower Nile, we see this tremendous gradient of UV radiation and this tremendous gradient of skin color among the various peoples and pharaohs of dynastic and pre-dynastic Egypt. People living along the Nile traded with one another regularly. They saw the difference in skin color. They depicted it in art along in sarcophaguses and in other murals along the Nile. But color did not distinguish one group from another in terms of anything but the bare color. There was no value associated with color. For us, living in no value in terms of anything but the bare color. There was no value associated with color. For us living in the United States right now, it's almost unfathomable to think that there was a time in human history, and in fact, most of human history, when we affixed no value to skin color.
All right, so there's your answer right there. Issa's claiming that there was politics around skin color. This expert says for the majority of human history, there was no value placed on it. You got to have value on something to have politics about it. It wasn't separating themselves into races based off their color, like she said. This is a small little piece right here. It's the little small things, right, that'll get you to say, what the hell is going on, man? Huh. I want y'all to just catch that. Now, let's go back to this. Sometimes we got to put the dirty sheets up against the clean ones, man. Right? So you can get, so it ain't me saying it. I ain't saying it.
Your nose, your structure, we're talking of that nature. Let's use the term Black. We are using it differently from the way commonly used. When you hear us use the to separate racial and to classify people, humanity census categories before science concepts of race was even. Migrations happened before modern, throughout prehistory, the migrations happened before modern concepts of race was even thought of. So before the colonial census categories, before science attempting to classify people, humanity was already into separate racial politics. When you hear us use the term Black, racial classify people, the colonial census categories, before science attempting to classify people, humanity was already into separate racial politics.
No, they wasn't. And I just played the clip to show they wasn't in no racial politics, nothing. Let's go back to the expert again to make sure we ain't just tripping or messing with her. We teaching right now. See, there's a difference. We definitely teaching right now.
Their color. There was no value associated of anything distinct along the Nile, but color did not distinguish one group from another in terms of anything but the bare color. There was no value associated with color. For us living in the United States right now, it's almost unfathomable to think that there was a time in human history, and in fact, most of human history, when we affixed no value to skin color. There were no connotations of skin color. But in fact, that is the case. Humans are very, very good at discriminating according to language and dress and, perceived barbarity.
That's like the Egyptians. The Egyptians felt like they was the closest to their deity. I can show you the picture. Were they the closest when they show the races or the different groups of people? I don't want to say races, different group of people. They show they grew closer to Heru. The Greeks called you a barbarian if you didn't speak their language. The same thing with the Romans. They distinguished culture. You an Egyptian. You're a Roman. What made you an Egyptian? Was it your skin color? No. So then why are we teaching that? Because of pseudoisms. And they'll say I'm picking on them. No, I'm not picking on them because I'm no longer trying to teach them anything. I'm simply showing you what the experts say. This lady has produced a comprehensive theory on skin color. Important. Listening to the words. It shouldn't take us this long to figure out what the hell a person is saying, right? Right. Yeah. Uh-huh. Let us proceed forward. Let's see where we at.
When you hear us use the term Black, we are using it differently from the way commonly used in modern racial politics. Differently from the way commonly used in modern racial.
How can you do that? How can you do that and be coherent? How can we understand what the hell you mean? Let's see. When we say the color Black, we use it differently. You know why? Because that's that pressure we've been putting on them. And we cause them to change their game up. But guess what? When that signs put that pressure on you, when coherency starts to envelop you, you start making mistakes. You start trying to change definitions. So our influence is working. Now they're going to give an explanation of why they use it. Let's see. Let's see if the explanation is coherent. Let's see.
Separate racial politics. When you hear us use the term Black, we are using it differently from the way commonly used in modern racial politics. Colonial labels and things of that nature. We're talking about dark pigmentation. We're talking about bone structure. We're talking about your nose, your eyes, like certain phenotypes and characteristics that happens within the Black diaspora.
When you say Black, you're saying what she just said out of her mouth. I'm gonna tell you what she doing. She doing this. Where they had a particular phenotype. Do you realize when they came to Africa and they made the sub-Saharan Africa, yo, they actually thought that the only Africans was the sub-Saharan African? Did y'all know that? They had actually thought them Northeast Africans wasn't necessarily Africans, right? This is where the idea of what the African looked like comes from a small piece. See what I'm saying? So now, 400 years later, the pseudo crew, they want to put together a wild conversation and say, we ain't talking about this, but you is talking about that. They racialized your nose. Remember that? Black people had the big nose. Man, we got the books more than them, bro. We got more than them. We got all the books, bro. We got it. They had you looking a certain way, right? We got it. Oh, you got to talk. The father of scientific racism, Morton. Where's the book at? Got the actual book here. Here you go. Let me see. Knox, Indigenous Races on Earth. Knox. It's another one. Where's Morton at? Let me see if I can find Morton for y'all. 1 second. Hey, man, show some love, man, this morning, man. That coffee, man. Let me see. Where we at? Let me find it. I know it's around here. It's peeking at me somewhere. Oh, here you go. Let me show y'all this real quick. Peep it in on y'all. This is called The Types of Mankind, or Ethological Research based upon ancient monuments, paintings, sculptures, cranial races upon their natural, geographical, philosophical, and biblical history. You got George Robin Giddens, right? You got Knox. You got Samuel George Morton and William Usher. They was all racist, bro. And they was all stuck on what she's saying. They all said the same shit. Let me see. Hold on. I'm going to let her rock for a minute, right? But she all in that. Hold on. Get them back to here. Y'all just focus. I'm gonna show y'all something
that you see going across regardless of pigmentation. Because if you look into America, like we can see light-skinned people with our phenotypes, because it's not just about the pigmentation all the time. And I also want to, absolutely give the acknowledgement to the eugenics conversation, the way white people use how we were already classifying ourselves as a way to take our information and, use it against us. And then on top of using it against us, making like these rigid classifications of who is or who isn't Black to determine who should be slaves. That's not what we're doing tonight.
Yeah.
Also,
what you doing tonight?
And even when we're talking about those things, the modern forensic science like literally debunks most of what those early Europeans were trying to do with this information. So I want y'all to be very clear, like, yes, when we're having these conversations and we're making these descriptors of people, we know that history too. And it's incorporated into what we're saying when we're saying the things that we're saying.
What?
So for a couple of classifications, we're talking.
Is that the mumble jumble rap? We know we doing, we don't know what we doing, we know we doing, we know we doing, we don't know what we doing, we not doing what they doing, we doing, but we don't know what they doing. We doing, not doing what they doing, we not doing. You doing exactly what they doing, you just interchanging the word white from black. Did she do that? Man, we don't, we doing, we do, we don't, we doing, but we doing it. We don't know what we doing, we don't know.
And even when we're talking about those things, the modern forensic science, like literally debunks most of what those early Europeans were trying to do with.
And it debunks everything that y'all saying. Both getting debunked at the same damn time. Huh. You can't try to slip in race and say you're not talking about race. You can't make these hard boundaries and say, I ain't talking about, I ain't doing that. You're doing exactly what they was doing. And the fact that they don't understand that is wild to me. Mumble jumble.
Disinformation. So I want y'all to be very clear, like, yes, when we're having these conversations and we're making these descriptors of people, we know that history too. And it's incorporated into what we're saying when we're saying the things that we're saying. Into what we're saying when we're saying the things that we're saying.
So let me get this straight. Y'all are incorporating the racism into the things that you're saying and what we're saying and what you're saying. Man, I gotta mark that. That has to be the line of the day. We have to mark it. Can't just let that line flow. Let's see. He said it eloquently.
Yes. When we're having these conversations and we're making these descriptors of people, we know that history too. And it's incorporated into what we're saying when we're saying the things that we're saying. So for a couple of classifications, we're talking about skeletal variations, such as the wider nose, opening of the skull, a more forward projecting jaw, a broad U-shaped palate.
All right, man. It's time for the picture day. We come right here. This that book right here, Types of Mankind. Remember that? Get the book, yo, Types of Mankind. Can y'all see the picture of the book? Dang, ain't big enough. Let me find y'all a big enough picture right here, man. Hold on, y'all. 1 sec. Let me get y'all. 1 sec. Hold on. Here you go. Here go. Damn. Let me see if I can. 1 sec. Let me get in the research gate. Let me see this. Let me show y'all the picture. Here you go, right here. Here you go. Here you go. Bunch of racist people made that. See? All right. That's it. Boom. There you go. Types of Mankind. Ethnological research based upon the ancient monuments. Man, I just read it. Giddens and Knox and all them. They the racists, bro. Y'all can just look this up right here. Look at the book. Y'all can get it. And it was a wild picture, yo. It was all wild. It was all wild. Hold on. The pictures itself was wild. And they always kept us closer to the gorillas. They always did that. They always had the Greek-looking dude and the wild-looking black dude. They did that on purpose. They would have had the different scars and mashed them up and all that and do all that with the protruding face. Everything that she talked about. That's racism, man. That's what they was promoting, man. Everything had the big wild lips on it. Everything. Crazy, crazy work, man. Crazy work. I can't believe they promoting this racism like this, man. I cannot believe it. Yeah, we got to do better than this one, bro. Can't believe it, man. Let us continue.
None of these are markers for an inferior race, right? They're just markers of adaptation for where these people lived in the time period that they lived in.
See how she throw a real fact in there on y'all? See that? And then go right back to it. Then she go right back to it. The trained ear can hear the foolery, the mumble jumble. That's why we call it double talking. You give us a scientific fact, then you double talk. Scientific fact, then you double talk. And you blend it together and think you cooking.
A wider nose and fuller lips literally evolved to help with breathing in humid environments. So like the getting circulating the heat around your body, like sweat glands, like these are the things that we're talking about. It has absolutely nothing to do with how smart a person is or if they're capable of being captives of some other group of people. Because these environments and did not start, we see these same skeletal features across the prehistoric world, not just across Africa, but among the indigenous peoples of Australia, Melanesia, Southern Asia. And just to be clear, we're not claiming that any of these people are African, right? We're making the distinction between Black that we're talking about and Black people from Africa, Black people from America, Black people in Melanesia, Black people, African. Be clear, we're not claiming that any of these people are African, right? We're making the distinction between Black that we're talking about and Black people from Africa, Black people from America, Black people in Melanesia, Black people across the world, okay?
Come on, man. Yeah, I can't do it. Got me. I only can hear a certain amount of it, man. We got 40,000 in the building, man. Thanks for the crowd, man. They got me. They got me. But drop the link, man. Anybody want to dive on in, man? This is very interesting for me, man. We not talking about Black people. We not talking about after the Black people, just the people, the after. Had to give a long one for that.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about?
What the hell was she talking about? I'm not talking about the Black people, ain't Africans, but the Black people and the and the people and the Yeah, man. Got us. Man, hit that link though. Right? Hit the link and become a proud skeptic, man. $5. Moderator, put that in there. All right? Hit the link. $5 a month. And then we got, I think it's the $15 and then the $24 one package. Man, we need to get the membership up, yo. I'm going to start producing content, man, to which only they can see. If $5 a month is too much for you, right, it's going to kill your budget. I understand. But if it's not, man, show some love, man. All right? Need to get as many memberships as possible moving forward, yo. All right? We continue to do what we're doing, man. All right, man, let me get the first caller, man. What's good? Talk to me.
What it do? You doing all right this morning?
I'm in the game, man. Just sitting back, relax, man. What's on your mind?
What's on my mind is that I see you I see you degrading a Black lady because of her theory on Black people. But then you say that this older lady is the expert and we should listen to her. Why should we listen to the older lady instead of the younger lady?
Is that a question? Do you have a question?
Yeah, why should we listen to the old lady instead of the young lady? And they talking about the Black theory.
So that's the question.
Yes.
So you don't know the difference between an expert and the person just talking on YouTube. You don't know the difference?
The expert is just giving us a theory. It ain't a fact. You just said it was a theory. It ain't no fact. What she was saying.
So let's clear out the deep. So do you degrade a person by telling them the truth? What's more important to you? You equate degrading with simply telling the truth and presenting scientific facts.
No, it was the pseudo alert. It's putting a pseudo tag on them, degrading.
Was they? Hold on. Whoa. Well, was it? Was it accurate information or was it pseudoscientific information?
It was accurate information for her to say that those are black people over there, just like how y'all was telling me that they have no DNA connection to Africa, but they're Africa because they from Africa.
Okay.
That's what I'm. So that's
okay. So let me say this. So the older lady is the one that came up with a scientific theory on skin color. Okay. She's an expert in the field. She produced work in the field. Sister Issa is on the same level as me. I'm not downgrading her. I just promote scientific literacy. It's not a shot at her. We do this all the time. You don't understand what a scientific theory is. You started downgrading the old lady, that lady, the black lady. You did that, not me. One more question. Go ahead.
No, I didn't really downplay nobody. I was just telling you what I was seeing.
Deaf to expert.
You said, okay, well, the older lady is basically what you're doing is basically trying to show up the younger black lady with the older lady, but they both is using the theory.
No, they're not. No, they're not. The one is just talking like I'm talking. I have not produced a scientific theory. So I use people that produce scientific theory. She's just talking. She is the authority, meaning Issa is the authority in her world and what they're doing, right? But in the world we exist in, to be an authority, you have to produce scientific theories. You have to participate in science. She's anti-science. And so she's leading our people astray with the mumble jumble. And I should be able to say that any functioning community will say that's a bunch of bullshit. And I didn't even use cuss words. I simply showed what was actually going on. And that should never be a problem, V. That should not be a problem, V, no, at all. It shouldn't be, bro.
Hey, there's a problem when you telling her that, just like I was telling me that she's talking about the black people within those island areas over there, where she just talking about black. You saying that she's wrong for saying that.
Yeah, you too close to the black, yo. You gotta black out.
So what should we? Okay, hold on.
Back out. You gotta back out.
So what should we do? So what's the description? Is it just African descent?
No. They got their whole. They more genetically close to Eastern Asians, yo. They got their own history, their own family line. Knock it off. Like they ain't got nothing to do with you.
So black
lying to you.
Okay, see, and that's what I be talking about. So.
I'm just saying that's not real.
But this supposed to be a black power type channel or like a black people type channel.
No. This is an intelligent channel.
This is intelligent. So this ain't for black people.
No, this is for intelligent people. Right? First, I seek intelligence first because ignorance will get you killed in the world I come from. So I seek intelligence first. I'm not seeing your skin color. I'm seeing your intelligence. I'm measuring your intelligence. You're measuring the skin color. See, that's the difference.
Yeah, that's how we got to be over here in America, right?
How you gonna get tricked over here?
I thought it was about the black people in America, not trying to be an American.
Did you vote?
No, I didn't vote.
Did you?
I'm still an American. I'm still here.
Did you like?
I'm still from here. My people just from here.
Did you like the sister Kamala?
No, I didn't like her.
Yeah, all right, man. You gotta go, bro. You gotta go.
No, but I mean, you might have a reason why you don't like her. Is it because she's not black, or is it because she's a woman?
She's black. She got the skin color. She look like she got all this stuff. He just.
Well, you gotta let me know answer.
No, bro. Go ahead, V.
I mean, what's the difference? Y'all not agreeing with Issa.
Go ahead, V.
Y'all talking down on Issa.
Go ahead, V.
That's not the question I asked you.
What's the difference?
My man. Boy, I knew it.
So every black person gotta like Kamala?
Yeah.
Heck no. I don't like Kamala.
Every black person don't like Issa.
Yeah. Based off what you did.
Every black person don't like Issa on her.
Yeah, bro.
We're trying to find out why you didn't like her though.
Hold on for a minute, Joe. Joe, this man just told me, why am I picking on the young lady for the old lady? Why? So he's saying because that lady is black, Issa is black, we gotta listen to her. And because people in Eastern Asia is black, we gotta listen to them. But then I asked about Kamala, all of a sudden she out the game. It doesn't make sense. It's incoherent. Go ahead, Joel. That was my point.
Oh no, you had a good point. I just wanted to hear Vino's answer.
Yeah, just because
Hey,
somebody black don't mean I align with them politically. Like that's the goofy stuff right there.
no, that's why
Oh, she
I
black, I
asked
gotta
you.
align with her.
That's why
That's
I asked
crazy.
you why. Nobody said you
That's
gravitated to that.
just
I think
ridiculous.
that's the reason. I think that's the reason because you
I
won't
know
answer
you
me.
keep thinking. Keep thinking.
You know you
This is
wild, man.
ridiculous,
Hey,
man.
hey,
Y'all is terrible,
hold on.
and y'all supposed to be the educated.
This
We
nigga.
are, man. That's why we trying to bring you accurate information. So
V,
look,
go
hey,
ahead.
check this
Ridiculous.
out.
Hey, V, ain't
Listen,
you in the server, yo? You're in the server, right?
You say what?
You in the server?
A server?
Mm-hmm.
You say, am I on a
Discord.
server?
You
You in
in the Discord?
Discord?
Nah, I ain't on no Discord.
Oh yeah, man. You got work. You got to take your time. Look in the mirror. You don't say and go back and look at the show and look in the mirror. You let me trick you. You was basically saying we gotta listen to Issa because she brown and the other lady is white, right? Okay, check. Right? What's wrong with
I
her?
didn't say nothing about the other lady being white.
Yeah, you did. It was all in your inference. You ain't had to say it.
Is
You
she
ain't had
white?
to say it. You ain't had to say it.
Is she white?
You ain't had to say it. Of course
Is she right?
She ain't
Yeah.
white. She a European though. She from the
No, man,
European stuff.
whatever. I ain't playing them tricks. My point is, my value is the value of my
Man,
statement
this is crazy, man.
thing, and then all of a sudden, I said Kamala, and you don't wonder all of a sudden it's a problem. Man, she count
It
Kamala.
wasn't no what? Because I said I didn't vote for Kamala. It's a problem.
Kamala ain't just as black as Issa, yo. Is that what you telling me, yo?
I didn't say nothing about Kamala not being black. What you talking about? I said I didn't vote for her.
Is Kamala black?
Yeah, she black.
Okay, why you ain't vote for her then?
Because I ain't like what she was talking about.
Well, okay, so I don't like what she talking about then. See? Because it's pseudo. And it's mumble jumble and it's fake and it's a lie and it's against science and it's against our real story, understand who we are. That's why I'm not going for it. Is that reason for you? Just like you don't vote for a black person, I ain't into a black person. Mumble jumble is half the death with pseudoscience.
So we both on the same page, right?
We on the same damn page. Now you get it.
Okay,
So
we good.
Thank
we
you.
good.
Appreciate
He got you with
opinion, I
that
got
one,
my
Vito.
opinion.
He got you with that.
My man. Appreciate you. Now you answered your own question. Me and you on the same page. So I got him. I knew how to get him. I was just waiting. V. Need you, V. Man, we got the next person on here, man. What's going on, Joe?
That was the late round knockout. Hey, look, hey man, Issa was cooking, man, until she burnt her food, yo. She burnt the food. She burnt the food, man. Hey, look, hey, I tell you what though, she got a lot to learn. Whenever I hear somebody making statements like
I'm not
humans,
teaching them nothing.
like,
Do you hear me, bro? I'm banging. I'm not teaching them nothing. Yeah, you go.
go ahead and bang. Go ahead and bang. But
I
I
ain't
just want to make the point because we got people listening. Whenever somebody makes the point or tries to imply that that humans started out with dark skin, they have not read. They just really don't ever understand evolution and how we ended up with skin colors in general. They just don't get it. So she got a lot to learn. That's all I want to say. Go ahead.
And big up the Vino for coming through, man. And he got the heart of a lion, yo. I like people to talk in the chat and then pop up. I can always appreciate that. That's why I let my man get it all off, man. Yeah, you making that point, Joe, because of what? Because that ain't how we don't just start out pitch black. That's what you saying?
No. Because we primates and we started out with hair.
Yeah, black
and yeah. So you're gonna be light skinned. And here's the thing. These genes are in us, right? They're in us for survival. We lose that hair. We running out there in that old a hot tropical climate. You got sweat glands. You have no. If you don't develop, if that gene don't switch to start feeding your body more melanin to block them UV rays, you're gonna get sick and die.
Yeah, you ain't gonna have
All right.
you not gonna have that protection needed. So it's gonna darken up.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
so that's why people have more melanin in those areas.
Yeah,
Like
they got
that's an easy one. So all she had to do, well, maybe she don't accept evolution. She might not accept evolution because
no,
somebody who don't accept evolution and think we just popped up, they don't think we come from a primate and we lost hair. So that might be why she think we dark skinned off the jump. I might have just figured something out. Dang, I'm going on mute. Go ahead. You good? Go ahead.
man. Wow. Well, I'm trying to tell
You know,
you. KJ, what's up?
Peace,
what
man.
up, Joe?
Peace to the-
Joe,
Come on, man. Come on, man.
you did just
Sabio,
figure it out.
what up, Sabio Pound, brother? Give me a pound.
What up, bro? You did just figure it out because
Hold on,
it
Sabio.
goes back
Hold on,
to
Sabio. It ain't on you, Sabio.
King J was next. Then you next, Sabio.
I appreciate you.
oh,
You was kind, I mean, you was kind. So I mean, you're not really banging on them on the panel like you normally would have did. So I see the growth and maturity in that. You just throwing your scholarships. I mean,
Yeah.
I would have never made that presentation. It just showed their pseudoisms and how black how much of a blackologist they really are. I asked the brothers a simple question. I asked them was race. Biological or social science. He said a social science, but then it proceeded to use it in a biological manner, referring to DNA and haplogroups.
Yep, they did.
I asked him what was a black haplogroup. He said haplogroup A. Haplogroup A is the paternal Y chromosome. You know what I'm saying? For all humans, not like their racial. I don't get it. So I think they have an agenda. I think they have an agenda because they're too smart not to know what they're saying.
I don't actually think that. We got the great Asar Hotep in the building, man. Big up to Asar, man. He on TikTok mess with them people over there, man. Asar, you crazy.
So you think they just don't know?
Yeah,
They're not doing it on purpose. They just don't know.
no, they doing it on purpose willfully, because I used to do it on purpose, but you had to get around people that understand it better than you, yo. And it's just the truth, yo. So I got around people, the younger guys, like Ngozi Gullah and them, yeah, I mean, I say it all the time, yo. They just had a better understanding of it than I did, right? Although I was that dude, but they had a better grasp on science. You know what I'm saying? Melanin, man, Timo Savage, yo. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them, they had it. So I hung out with the young guys, and then, Asar and all them, they had a good beat on like the reading material. So my reading material got better. Being around Asar and them, they was like, yo, Dr. Bennett was not the only, work you should read. So I had a range around me. They don't got no range around me. They just got them. They thinking I'm a nut. They don't got no help. They just got they self. It's not gonna be enough. I put a range of people around me. Different backgrounds, different ideas, right? Intelligent, right? So being intelligent is not enough. You need a range of intelligence around you. When I say that, you need people. I had people that was based in science with no pseudo on them. I had people that's based in African culture, right? I had people that was well read, regardless if they was half wrong half the time, but they was well read. So I worked my way through. Remember, me and SETI popped up, right? So I had to get out of that. SETI never had that. That's why SETI's still saying the same shit he said 20 years ago. Me, I grew because of the people around me. Yo, you can't be the smartest person in the room. SETI was the smartest nigga in the room, yo. At least he thought he was. I never was the smartest person in the room, yo. I was like a sponge, yo. I just had that mouthpiece and had that talk and was loud on the mic and could put that shit together. You know what I'm saying? My style was a little different. But as far as understanding all the subjects, I had all the people around me. I had people that could read the glyphs. I had people that was grounded in science. Gozy and them and Gull and them was grounded in science all the way at a young age at 21. 21, yo, he never would listen, bro. Gull, I ain't never heard Gull never was on the side of pseudo. Gozy was playing, cracking jokes. You know what I mean? Reading palms, playing though. Oh, he had mastered the pseudo. He could play with it. Yeah, yo. So I had them younger dudes, yo, really showed me love, yo. They never outed me like that, yo. And I showed them respect. I gave them I gave them what I had. I had the renowned shit. I had the following. I had the people behind me. So I protected them and they protected me, yo, and it worked, yo. Just like the Raw Squad. It was very dynamic, yo. Regardless of where it ended up at, it was a very dynamic group that changed the course of the conscious community, and nobody can say that. Nobody can say it did it. Just like the pseudo killers, yo, hold the fucking thing. We hold the line, yo. We keep the glue so people don't think that everybody's an idiot around here. And we grounded in science. All the rest of that don't matter no more, yo. That's the place African Americans are supposed to be. Be scientifically literate, financially literate, and you can attack these situations, yo. Simple. Not hard, bro.
So I actually think you're needed, and it's crazy because people, the dude the other day, Unc said, King J, you sound like a little Unc. A little Unc. Took that as a compliment, right? Because I'm getting more familiar with certain, terminologies. I'm not letting the pseudoisms pass by. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. But King J, but hold on, yo.
See, can I ask you a question?
Oh, no, you cannot come in here like this.
I got it.
Nah, man, we ain't doing that. King J, listen. People forget, right, that in our discourse, it's times you teach me shit. Is that not true, King J? And I say you half wrong half the time. But it's times you come in and teach me. Is this not true?
It's true. That's for sure. You've always said that.
Right. No, it's the truth. I'm not saying it to bring up you. I'm saying it because, nigga, I ain't know that shit you was saying.
Facts. Especially about Wiseman. You know what I'm saying?
And a few other things. Right. So we learn from each other, yo.
For sure. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Steel sharpens steel.
Yeah, they just say you sound like a little because I always get the renown. You get my point. All right, I always get that. Truth is,
hey, look, I'm always saying you made that up.
yeah.
They made that shit up. I ain't gonna lie, for real.
Hey, Gideon, what's up with you, man? You can't. Hey, Neil, over here this morning, yo, you can't jump in. Go ahead, Gideon.
Give me a chance when you're ready. You can't skip Sabio twice, man. God,
you just keep skipping me.
No, I just did it, man. You gonna feed into it, Sabian? I was getting to you. I don't need the choir in the back. What's up, Sabian? Neil,
so what up?
Always doing that shit. He's from California, yo. He got on his blue today, so he.
What up, man? So
go ahead.
Joe hit it right on the head when he was talking about old girl Issa. He hit it right on. And see, the thing is, they have to think magically. They have to think these people just popped up because it's the three continent ideal. It was only 3 continents, and these continents were inhabited by the descendants of Ham, Shem, and Japheth. And if you take the blackology route, you got to think about it from the Moorish Science Temple angle and how Yaqub grafted white people out of black people.
Yeah, that's what they think.
This is how this shit lines up. They just don't say all that extra. They just don't throw the Yaqub story in there, but they'll hint at it.
This is sad.
And that's why this blackology is nothing but reverse racism. Like I've been saying for the last 4 years.
It is. It's just as inaccurate as the white people was. 60, 70 years later.
Not true.
Gideon, what's going on, man?
What's going on? Hey, to your point, what you said earlier about if it was you alone doing it, if you didn't have a team around you, right?
Yep.
Then you'd be pseudo as hell because that's how it's the same principle that applies in science, right? If you got a lone man running out there doing all his own experiments and ain't nobody to check him, how we know he accurate?
Right.
You can't trust him.
Can't
trust him.
Oh man.
Gideon, what's up, man?
What's going on, Joel?
All right, let's move on. We're gonna get everybody in this morning, man. Cedric. Serial killer.
What it do, God killer?
How you doing, man?
And listen, the work we've been doing is extremely important, and you stay the course, bro. Again, I keep referring back to sitting in my living room watching Canada. I didn't know nothing about the chat or anything. I'm just watching the program. You're there in New York and you made a declaration. And I literally saw everyone that was around you take a step back. I've always been scientifically literate. I ain't new to the game. So I came in here with my guns out. We came in the middle of the pandemic. I had 2 guns and a bazooka, and I never put them away. We put ourselves in a position that we are the A side. And I've always wanted to be there because scientific literacy, science is undefeated. We have shifted the community, and now it is easy to spot the polite wannabes before they get a chance to get a hold. So these pseudos are going to go the path of all those that have crossed our path. They are going to disappear. And I'm all for it. Now that the gloves are off, I can say Sesame Street, cartoon nonsense, 3 grown adults sounding as infantile and as dumb and as ignorant as anyone could be, and proud of it, to embrace a title that illustrates confirmation bias, that illustrates reverse racism, that illustrates historical revisionism, and embrace it in such a ludicrous and idiotic fashion. I mean, the depths of stupidity that came out of the 3 of them mouth collectively is logarithmic in its growth. Right? I'm not going to pull any punches. There is no academic weight necessary to engage with the stupidity. You cannot use a word like logistics and then go back to 200-year-old race morphology. You can't do it. If you're talking cladistics, then you would have to understand the change in haplogroups, the environmental circumstances which produce phenotypes. Now, these phenotypes may overlap. However, they are convergent evolution based on the environment. There is a depth of knowledge and understanding that is required when you're actually engaging at the level that we have raised the community. King J is an example of the work we've been doing. Sabio's always been there from jump. So I'm going to just stay the course and just keep being proud of the moments like this. Like, God, my arrogance is on top shelf right now. So
I know it is.
Hate me.
It certainly is. I want to get to Neil. 1 second, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I know you're going to have a whole lot to say. Yo, we're going to take a cash app break, man. Show some love, man, with the cash apps, man.
Yeah. Look. Hey, cash app. Baltimore. Yeah. Cash app, don't let it run you. Money fill the gas, but it never feel honey. Cash app, dreams get so fast. If you don't own your time, you just rent your past. Cash app, screens full of flex. Real life hit hard when the rent come next. Cash app, tool not God. Use it, don't lose it, keep your head on top. Lend a mill, lend a bill, lend a pay me now. Everybody yell, get it like a sacred house. Timeline full of blessed, but the stress still lurks. Same folks posting gas, still drowning in hurt. Explosions of cash in the camera flash, but the lights cut off when you can't make it last. This ain't a trick, but it move like a spell. Type in the amount for that dopamine swell. Quick tap, quick send, quick high, quick drop. Then you back in the cold when the real don't stop. I done seen love turn transactional quick. Send some in the DM like that's all it is. Cash app, don't let it run you. Cat, don't let it run you. Cash app, don't let it run you. Don't. Hard work, yeah, I respect that. But rest ain't weakness, I protect that. Cause money earn me nothing if your soul get thin. If you're always up next, tell me eat when you win. They sellin' hustle like it's peace in the pack. But peace don't come from a green little stack. So send when you can, look out for your kin. But don't let the app decide how you feel within. Set them rules, don't be ruled by the buzz. Real love is a call, not a what's up, cuz. Cash app.
Yeah, man. Look, man, that's what it is, man. Become a member of the channel, man. There's 3 tiers to it, man. Start off with the $5 one, yo, every month, man. That means something at the end of the month. Trust me, it do, man. Man, you listen to the Community Skeptics, man. Early morning show. What we believe, how we believe, what the hell is we believe in, man. Where we at, man? You know, we producing scientific literacy, man. We writing papers, man, that's backed by science, man. Appreciate everybody joining in, man. It's a good time for us, man. We fighting with science and science literacy, man. Brother Neil, how you doing, man? What to do, man? Talk to us, man. What's on your mind
Peace to,
about the programming, man?
peace to the family. Okay. So, like you say, I do have a lot, but I'm going to run it real quick because I'm a fast talker. Get it out there and let y'all deal with it. For one, I agree that I may have a pivotal, different concept on the scientific consensus, which I have here on a certain subject the brother brought up earlier about the dark skin. I think he was totally off. But I'm going to deal with the fact that Cedric said it, King J, and you Ankh, you guys do bring scientific literature to the table. One thing I wish our community as a whole could do, instead of just bringing quotes and statements like parents regurgitating stuff, if we could do the actual experiments and show by example to our people in the crowd, this is why this is this, based on we don't have those scientific labs, is what I'm trying to allude to. So we're quoting people just like we would have quoted in the 18th century that the Zimbabwe temples was made by Northern Europeans because that's what they were saying, and we would have just parroted it. We don't have no way of proving anything. We just parrot what's fresh on the agenda of newspapers. But it's okay because a lot of it is true, and I applaud you for doing that. Just like like you say, pseudo people, they're making up stuff. 90% could be wrong of that. I think 3 to 4 to 5% of it is accurate, and it just don't get brought out till later, like the Zimbabwe case. With that being stated, I just want to say, for the record, because you used the word earlier, mumbo jumbo is actually a phrase in West Africa. Yes, there's actually a West African background behind the English phrase mumbo jumbo, and the original meaning was much deeper than just nonsense. Most historians and linguistics trace it to the Mandingo language family of West Africa, especially around areas like modern-day Mali, Senegal, and Gambia. The term is often reconstructed as mambo jumbo or related spellings. Originally, it referred to a mass spiritual ceremonial figure, not meaningless nonsense talk. So we want to put that out there for the people that's listening. The word Mwambo Jumbo was pronounced, later translated in English as Ankh used it earlier in its inaccurate form, mumbo jumbo as nonsense, not nonsense. All right. Hope you huh? Let me finish. I'm finishing right here.
Hey, I got a question though.
I'm finishing. Let me finish. Then you can ask all the questions. Let me get it out. Did the original human being start out with dark skin? Yes or no? No fluff. Yes. The scientific consensus is that the earliest modern humans evolved in Africa with darkly pigmented skin. I went one further. I'm not going to read all that. The next question was, so being that humans started out with hair, because he said they had hair, so they had to be light skin. Was their skin originally light skin or dark skin? Because scientific consensus says dark skin. The earliest humans and early modern humans evolved in Africa under intense UV radiation, and the evidence strongly supports that they had dark pigmentation skin. Go in, y'all.
First of all, you made a point. That you was long, so I should have wrote this goddamn point down.
Oh, I thought I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you can't hear me.
No, I could hear you. I thought when you paused right there and you said you wish you would have wrote it, I thought the sound went out. You just was pausing.
I wish I would have wrote the daggone point down because it was very incoherent. Damn.
Yeah, not understanding the scientific method.
Yeah.
The claim he made about we up here regurgitating in labs, etc. That's a claim.
Bet. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, that's different. They wasn't practicing science when they did all that stuff.
Who?
About Zimbabwe and all that shit.
Okay.
That was pseudoscience.
Okay, yes. I agree.
Damn, how you know that, Cedric? How you know that's what I was talking about? Damn.
He thought he thought we was talking about the lab, huh? That's what I was talking about, because we don't have the utensils to do the experiment. We just can, that's the regurgitating thing. And as far as I said that was my example, don't mean it was right. I'm not saying you would have said that, but most people.
No, I got you, but that was scientific ideas. I'm saying they wasn't producing. We're actually talking about things that has been tested.
Okay.
We talking about scientific published papers and works.
Okay.
We're not just repeating. Wow, the white people built the walls of Great Zimbabwe and repeat.
All right.
They didn't do archaeological surveys on the walls, man. They just was talking crazy, man.
Right. All right.
Now, this what you're
Hey,
gonna have to
you
start
got
doing.
somebody in the back chat,
This what you're gonna have to do with your scientific papers, yo.
Okay.
You're gonna have to your ChatGPT. You're gonna have to pull the paper up and read the paper.
Okay.
All right, because you got several places where Homo sapiens sapiens start out. It's not just one place now.
Right.
So I'm not saying they was light skinned.
Okay. I didn't say you said it. Elle said it.
Yeah, but that don't mean like I'm saying your
I
skin
said
pigment, your skin
said
pigment is going to range based off of the area you settle in.
Okay.
You get that? So
Right, that makes sense.
Scientists don't really know what color they was. They know they wasn't white people.
I accept that. Yes,
right. You in the savannah, right? So that's not what we're saying at all.
Okay.
But we can't promote they was jet black. We can't promote that.
Right. I get you.
Yeah, we can't.
When Joel, if you look at the chronology, what Joel was actually talking about is when at early hominids, right? In our evolutionary track, when we started to lose hair. When you ask Homo sapiens sapien, at that point, we've had an evolutionary history already where we've long since lost hair. So at the point that humans begin to evolve, of course, they're highly pigmented at that point in time in history.
Thank you,
But
Sid.
what Joel was talking about was the earlier period, right? So that's when we.
He's gonna say thank you.
No, because he's not talking. I get what you're saying, Joel. So we're talking about two different phases of the evolution of humans.
So Joel was not wrong.
I said evolution.
He was actually scientifically accurate, right? We went through this. We've done presentations, etc. At the point you're talking about Homo sapiens, early Homo sapiens, that's far in our evolutionary process. So Joel was talking about the early evolutionary process of hominids losing that hair, right? That skin was light, and through evolutionary selection, you needed to evolve darker pigmentation. Joel was absolutely correct in his analysis.
But he wasn't talking about human.
Yo, we coming to the end. We at the boat. We coming to the end. What's going on? Talk to us, man. What's up?
You called on me, huh?
Yeah, I'm calling on you. What's up, bro?
What's going on? How you doing, brother?
Man, bacon.
Pseudo killers. I seen your show last night, man, about the source, man, about real history, man.
Let it go,
now I'm here. Now I'm here.
Yeah,
to defend myself.
You gonna defend that?
Now, no, I'm not. No, I'm not defending real history. Now, real history do got some fringe stuff on it. Yeah, real history got some stuff on there that can be considered fringe. That's why I didn't go through the whole article. I only went through the pieces that I had other sources to support. I didn't I didn't jump off the roof with the whole the pale skin giving us inaccurate case. I didn't do all that. No. I stuck to the state of Pangea. We stuck to the migration of the Homo sapiens into Europe, right? And I stuck there. That's all I use real history for, and I backed up. And then went in on Herodotus quote as well. But we see now Herodotus quoting two other sources as well. So I respect the fact that you highlighted that we got to look at the sources. Yes. Yeah. Where the sources coming from, what's the website definitely matters. Yeah. But when it came to what I presented yesterday, that was whatever he said, as far as the state of Pangea, as far as the Venus sculptures, in the in just Grammatian Europe, dealing with the site, dealing with the infancy, with the children and all of that, in their quote unquote Negroid features. That was supported. That was supported. And I showed a scholarly pamphlet, if you would. Just a quick little run through, not a whole book, but just something that's been peer reviewed, and looked over. So I didn't just glee the people with real history. I don't want the people to feel like that or think that.
All right, I'm gonna let you. Yeah, hey yo, never cherry picky do a pseudo weather sighty.
I say no better with that story.
You gotta let it go.
Hey, but it was on the fly. Because they share, because God Energy and Issa Queen, they in New York, so they shared their talking points already. I was feeling really coming there and talk about Black conscience, like how we got here today, the pillars that we standing on, and the ancestors and the brothers like John Henry Clark, Dr. Ben, the shoulders that we stand. I was gonna go in on that part of Blackology, more recent. But when I see the way the thing was going, I'm like, that'll throw the build off. So I had to go. It was a split-second decision. That's why the source was a little, man, why y'all shit got real history up there?
Yeah, but they gotta fight you though. They don't know how to do it. The Amar Skull used to fight each other with that shit. Asar brings something, man, get that shit out of here. And everybody was sick. And go like, oh, that's some bullshit. That's how y'all gotta do it to grow, yo. Y'all not gonna be in the same place y'all started out with. And then you see the video I played with me?
No, I didn't.
Nigga, keep watching. I played me. Nigga, I was a way better pseudo than y'all, yo. I had the royal lips. You ain't never heard of the royal lips. I was an Angor, talking about the royal lip fold and all that. Hey, yo, y'all niggas ain't
up.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yo, if you listen to that video, you be like, yo, I'm the man, yo. You was. Yo, you be thinking, yo. Right now, nigga, if that video, you be like, oh, that nigga cooking. You play it, yo. Hold on. We got a minute. I'm gonna play it.
I gotta see that, man. Yeah, play that real quick, man.
Watch this. Tell me you don't like this, yo. Tell me you don't think I'm cooking with hot.
I got the Nubian lips. I ain't got the
hold on. Wait. The royal lips. You ain't see, man. Listen, man. Look, hold on. I don't know what y'all doing, man. I was definitely better than y'all, nigga. Hold on, watch this. Y'all playing with us in here, man. That's why I can catch y'all. Y'all saying the shit I used to say. Psh, man, look. It ain't even hard. Hold on. Here you go. Let me pull it up. You gonna tell me I ain't right. Tell me I ain't cooking. Watch. Come on, man. You gonna agree with everything I'm saying, bro. And I'm saying I was just wrong as 10 left feet, yo. It sounded good, though. I'm talking about the same subject y'all talking about, yo. Is that it? Hold on. Let me get it. Hold on. It's coming. Got a whole pseudo channel, bro.
You got your own pseudo channel.
Yeah. Yeah, yo, I was a walking pseudo, yo. I thought I was the man, yo. On some real shit, yo. I swear, yo, you wouldn't tell me I wasn't the man, yo. Me and Seti, yo, we had this shit on lock, yo. Y'all ain't seen it yet, yo. Had 100,000 subscribers, 150. Hold on, let me see. Wait, is this it? Had all the elder books and all that, yo. I did all that, yo. Come on, man, I made all them damn mistakes, yo. And then I started getting people around me, yo, and it started unlocking, just how wild I was, yo. You got to get around people just saying what you're saying. Let me see. Damn. Hold on. I just had this shit. Hold on. Nope. Black mama did all that. Thought I was cooking. I ain't had no idea.
All you got the big mama presentations.
Black mama, yo, the great black mama, yo. What you talking about?
The great mother, black mother.
Great mother. Yeah, yo, I did all that shit, man. Look, hold on. Let me see. Look, yo. That's what I'm saying, man. Y'all saying the shit I was saying 20 years ago, yo. You can't be saying that shit. Y'all think I be getting on you. I be having fun, right? Because I say I already did it. Look, yo. Here you go. You gonna say this nigga cooking. Look. Tell me I ain't cooking.
These gods I'm showing you do not look like the monks. So these type of people, these monks, these Cambodians, were worshiping the black.
Shit. Look at Risen.
Close up on that.
We got a close up on him. I had to get the light right.
Oh God, it'll go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me show you what they ancestors replicate and duplicate.
Nigga, no, I didn't read that book.
The complexion of the gods.
Look.
Oh man.
Nose broke off. Why did
I ain't know this.
Lips.
That's
Always
funny.
breaking the noses off.
Mm-hmm.
look. Hold on. Always break. Look,
off.
this shit y'all say now. Look, watch this.
Lips, always breaking the noses off.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the woolly hair.
God, watch this.
They know you. They didn't know you was the first look of shit, man.
That was the first look at shit mask. That's why I say it was look.
Yeah.
Massive
You know
statue
this Ankh man. I'd
Come
have
on,
been.
look. Y'all listen.
of the gods.
Wow.
Watch this. We'll give you something a little more clear. This says right here. It says the bottom giant statues of the gods are lined up the entrance of Angkor Thom. The walls of the town symbolize the chain of mountains that surround the universe.
Did I just hear you say angle?
Angor, right? They did the Angor thing yesterday. That's what I'm
You
saying.
said the chain of mountains that surround the universe. You was different.
Close up on that.
Yep, right, look. Here you go, look.
Thick lips, thick noses.
Put it down so the light don't reflect on it.
You see it now?
Mm-hmm.
The Indonesian thick lips.
That looks like you. That dimple in his chin.
Like me. Look, again, the gods. Look at the features. Almost like an All-Mac statue.
Mm-hmm.
All-Mac. Look, let me show you.
It was on that All-Mac.
Wow.
It was on that All-Mac.
Wow.
Here you go. Look.
You pull it up.
Gods.
Just shows how your scholarship has grown.
Yeah, I'm young too, nigga. What
Yeah,
y'all
bro.
talking
They
about?
don't
Y'all
think
niggas going
they
bigger
don't
than
think
me.
we used to say the same shit they used to say,
Look
bro.
at that, yo.
I mean,
Look,
that they're saying, like they
nigga.
think we ain't saying the same shit.
Y'all think I ain't said the same. Y'all think I'm playing with y'all. Watch this. Ain't none of y'all pull this off. Here you go. Look.
Yeah, I can see. I got
See that? Once again, we're not African yet when it comes to the Olmec statue again. 900 BC. It said Olmec civilization started around 1200 BC. Watch it real closely again. You got that real good?
Mm-hmm.
It's the Olmec statue, right? Now, you see the arrow point? What we're pointing to is what they're calling the Nubian lip. Now, people will argue down about these statues and Mesoamerican.
The Nubian lip.
What they say that in able to actually sculpt these, you need metal tools, right? Now, it's a specific thing that you can tell that this is African because, and not just Egyptian, but Nubian, because they use a particular sculpting technique on it, right? And it's called what? It's called the Nubian lip. You'll find that Nubian lip.
Stop it, please. Stop it. Come on. Stop it. I can't take anymore. Come on.
Come on, yo.
Yeah, they don't know about the new villain.
The Nubian lip is crazy.
Cooking with hot grease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See that?
Mm-hmm.
To show you who really
Nubian
built
lip.
that. And they left the techniques to show you that we're the only ones that sculpt like this. I'm gonna show you again.
Did you find the spaceship that he ran around the planet with?
A distinctive portrayal of a royal mouth. So what we're looking at, so your lips in antiquity was considered royal, right? And a particular sculpting.
Wow.
Yeah, yo, y'all niggas never was better than me doing
Yeah, we ain't got nothing on you. You the truth. You was the truth. You was the
The
truth.
royal lip. The royal lip.
Come on, I'll say.
The
Ain't
royal lip.
think about that nigga right there.
Cedric said the spaceship, bro.
Yeah, if you would have did that today, niggas would have said you was cooking. If you did that today, niggas said you was cooking that. That was hard.
I'm trying to.
That's a viral moment on TikTok.
Come on.
I was with the 560 shit, bro.
Come on, Angor. Y'all did the thing on Angor. Y'all talked about the same type of shit about Angor. Y'all just threw the genetics in it. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't there yet with genetics, but all that shit right there. That's when I be critiquing y'all. I be saying, yo, nigga, I did it already. That's all I'm saying. Y'all think it's hate. It's love, yo. Because I know if y'all get around the right people all the time, y'all gonna push yourself. Yeah. And y'all gonna start looking back at y'all videos saying, that shit was crazy as shit I said. That's called growth, yo. And then you're gonna find out that, you know what, yo? I'm really telling the story of African Americans and African people, and I'm giving a real story. Is why we here to do this. We ain't here to fluff it up and cheat and steal, because our story is more incredible than the pseudo story ever will be, yo. We are some incredible people. We are incredible losers. We are incredible winners. We the most beautiful people. We the ugliest people. We the most intelligent people. We the dumbest people. We do everything. You know what I'm saying? We make up the human experience, yo. And I'm saying for me, having those tools to be able to work it out, we Muslims, we Christians, we Jews, we do everything, bro. And ain't nothing wrong with that, yo. We ain't no more, less or more than anybody else, yo. We fall, we succumb, we cry, we do everything, bro. And I'm saying to act like that ain't what's going on, yo. Nah, bro. I'm just saying I figured out how to get out history through science. I practice science literacy, yo, and now I'm active in my approach, right? There's going to be times when I'm wrong. We'll revisit it. We'll figure it out. Yeah, but what we can't do is we can't be like the polite. We can't be like the Umar John. We can't be that because them niggas is messing up for real. So when I seen y'all come in, I said, okay, I heard it. I say, damn, they ain't ready yet. It's just take a lot of maturity from y'all, yo. Y'all gonna have to, it's gonna take time, yo. This shit we talking about, when y'all hear me thinking I'm crazy, lost my mind, yo. Man, listen, bro. I had some young niggas, yo, that was fire. They was literate, yo. And I was like, I fought them every day, Ashe. I mean, yo, imagine being around some non-pseudo niggas 20 years ago. Nigga, it was a war, motherfucker, yo. It was World War III. So I ain't a hater, yo. I'm a participator. That's
now, if it was something that you could take from the bill that I presented yesterday outside of the source, what was I bold on?
Nope. I think you coming back and saying the source was faulty was the big one for me now. That's a change in mine.
No, I knew it was from the beginning. I just think that's why I tried to cover it up. You know what I mean? See, I threw the sugar on it with the other sources. I tried, let's skip from this and go to the other sources that support what's being said. But other than that, if you could tell me, man, Ashe, man, I really wish you didn't do that yesterday. You probably could have kept that. That wasn't accurate.
I wish God Energy wouldn't have took the coins and put it with genetic evidence, because the coins are worn out, right? They're going to exacerbate the features on it, right? That's not how you really do that. You can't put DNA evidence with a coin.
With coins. I agree.
Yeah, you can't do that, because guess what? We did that. Things with the coins, you get it? So I'm saying is, yo, it's gonna be easy for me to catch, yo. It's like getting on the football field and you come in, you're a rookie, and you got veterans, yo, that going through the Hall of Fame, yo. They ain't moving as quick as you, yo, but you be saying, why these niggas got 15 tackles in this game and I only got 2? I'm running fast in they motherfucking ass. Why are they there already? I'll be there waiting for y'all. I already know the move. I'm the royal lip nigga. I know how to take the facial features and know it and put it with every man. I'm just saying, bro. I mean, it is
fundamentally flawed from your inception. If your premise is flawed, built on a flawed foundation, you're ultimately going to be inerrant, even if you apply proper methodology. So that's why you always need to go back to your initial premise. If you are going to engage in science, the first thing you're going to have to put down is that social context, that racial bias. You're going to have to let your whole paradigm stay at the door when you're engaging with history. So these are the fundamental premises. That's why scientific literacy trains your brain to engage with the data accordingly. You identify your anachronisms, you identify your confirmation bias. You cannot enter the arena with a confirmation bias, a preconceived determined outcome, and now go and look to corroborate it. That is anti-academic, anti-scientific. You're going to get caught at the door every time. You don't even get in, unfortunately. Regardless of your rigor, how much research you do, how much you read, if you're fundamentally and structurally wrong in your conceptualization and your framework, there is no way you're going to produce accurate data.
So when we presented the term, well, I won't say we presented. Well, I definitely was there, so I will say we presented.
Right.
When we came with the term blackology, and just the study of black,
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not a DNA guy. I'm not a haplogroup guy. You never see me do that. I'm not gonna do nothing I don't know about. I won't do that. Yeah, I gotta learn that. I gotta learn that. But while I'm learning that, I'm not gonna come to you ignorant and act like I do know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
so until then, you ain't gonna hear me make those talking points. So I won't go into what God and Regina said. But far as Black in Europe, far as Khoisan ancestors in Europe, where y'all at with that?
Khoisan ancestors in Europe. I gotta look at it. I've never known the Khoisan being in Europe. I never knew black in Europe. And so when you see a lot of those Moorish pictures, they wasn't even saying they was black. They was using the color black to separate them and let you know that they wasn't actually Christians. That's another thing. You got to understand the cultural context and how they trying to express it.
The spiritual thing, Yeah,
it was a spiritual thing. It wasn't saying they was people black. Now, you do have Africans that went to Europe, right? And a lot of different times, but they was nowhere near the majority at all for us to do a whole lecture on it. That all the books you find on that subject are pseudoscientific books. Now we got tools that can critique a book, right? I critique books by going back to the sources, right? Drop the sources in the chat GPT. A lot of them going to be out of dated. So it's a way we can get to this thing, right? Let Europe be Europe, let Africa be Africa, let Asia be Asia, and critique it based off of their own history. You can't add it. See, I used to do, I'm going to add it in there. I'm going to go to Angle. I'm going to go over here because I was doing lookership. Evolution, right, does not favor lookership. Your eyes will lie to you, yo. You'll see a person look just like you and think that's you, and their whole genetics is different. Their whole thing is different. Don't got no cultural continuity with that. So evolution, yo, will fool you. Evolution is simply trying to get the organism, right, to the stage of reproduction, trying to produce valuable offspring, right? And this particular body type works better here, right? Even though it's all the way around the globe. Don't mean there's no connection at all. So we ain't sitting there stealing other people's history to glorify the black. It's the most ridiculous thing ever.
What's your thoughts on the Kokian?
You mean when Diop and them said they was black people in the middle of that? They said the Kokians was black. Am I correct?
You can do a basic Google search. You can just put in Kokian people and all of the sources outside of like Reddit and Facebook, because I know they still throw those at you. You can go into some academic ones as well, which will cite that the Kokians are what we would consider quote unquote black.
Yeah.
What is that? A racialized term identifying skin color?
Yeah, you're gonna have.
I think this phenotypically how they look. You're dealing with the kinky hair, the darker skin. They're actually, the term was Afro. Man, I forgot the term. Abkhaz or something like that. Man, I apologize. I don't even know.
You're hitting to the root of the
problem. Kokian people though.
So when we use the term black and it's phenotypical, just based on broad definitions created and developed by ignorant Europeans, you're going to get the Andamanese Island people are black. You're going to get that the Aboriginals can be considered black. Now, when you look at the social construct of what black meant, it meant a particular group of people at a particular point in time in history. Even within that context, if you look at cladistics, if you now move over to science, cladistics, these groups of people are genetically distinct. So what is this black based on? So skin color?
My fault.
Yeah, we are dropping the back. I was asking, saying, can he give me a more scientific, non-racist term to replace Negroid with?
Yeah, you can't use Negroid.
Yeah, of course. I'm not trying to use Negroid, so to avoid using that terminology.
Name the people you're talking about.
You just name the people.
But remember, for example, when I went into the excerpt, and in the excerpt,
I don't mean
scientists.
We at the end of it. We at the 2-hour mark, man, and we're gonna pick this up tomorrow morning, yo. We can continue this conversation.
I'm gonna do a show later if y'all want to come through. I'm gonna do a show later.
All right, do a show. Come through.
Real quick. Let me close out real quick. Real question that I say real quick. When you refer to the Caucasians, were you referring to Herodotus? Because scientifically, I don't see anything outside of Herodotus that claimed that they were Black. It says the gene pool of the Caucasians was a mixture of Caucasus, hunter-gatherers, CHG, and
Uh-huh.
Anatolian Levantine farmers. So
Uh-huh.
that's the DNA makeup
Now,
of.
now, what I was just trying to focus on, like I didn't want to get too deep into it. Yeah, I used Herodotus quote. Yes, I used Herodotus quote, and it was just the phenotypically how they was looking. I showed a couple images of them, so I was just going off the lookership, if you would. You could say that, but then the term that outside of Koki, and they have another name that's Afro-Abkhaz, I believe. You get what I'm saying? And that's a scientific term for them. So if you come to my show a little later, I'm gonna do a show later, and we can talk about it a little bit more deep.
For sure. Drop. Just let me know when you're gonna do it.
Hey man, y'all listen to the Community of Skeptics, man. It's that morning show, man. We'll be back here tomorrow morning. Appreciate all saying the bomb squad stopping through, man. Appreciate all the people who came through. Cedric, man, Gideon, man, everybody, man. It was a great conversation. We can always have great dialogue and great conversations over here on Community of Skeptics, man. This is what we value for. Even if you got diverse opinions, even if it's pseudo-scientific, it don't matter, man. If people want to hear the conversation, man, it is what it is, man. Y'all know what it is, man. And y'all know how we doing it, bro. We doing it the way we supposed to do it, man. And damn, it is what it is, man. Turn it up a little bit, man.
Yeah, we click different. Rags to riches, not a host, but move a fish. Yeah, I can tricks, yeah, we win it. Never slip it. Knowledge hard and it's tight, just like a fitted. Hilltop hustler, Bobby Bang to talk the slickest. Came from Mount Luck, it's not my whole style, the slickest. Highness forces got these critics steady quitting. Being more drill houses in the base, keep on hitting. Bobby banging this bitch. Bobby banging his bitch. Hilltop hustler, yeah, you know I'm in this bitch.
Man, y'all listen to Community Skeptics. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, man. We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers these days, man. Make sure you hit that Cash App going out the door, man. If you enjoyed this morning show, if y'all want me to keep coming back in the morning, man, you got to support the daggone platform, man. Look, I'm your host, Bobby Banger. We will continue this conversation in the Discord, man. Hit the Discord link, man. Get up in the Discord. That's where the conversations is fly, yo. Is where we fight, sword fight, and we do our thing, man. Look, I'm your host, Bobby Bang, and with that, we are out.